We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's good.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Forced out to his left. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down now, it's Hines. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 30.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
2 yards.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. And taken. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower, but it's going to be 2nd down.
by Jair-Alexander.
This is Hines, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This one complete to Jordan Reed, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It'll buy some time right. This will be taken in by Hightower. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They run with Hines. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
13, but it's 3rd down.
Here's Hines. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
The tackle made.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Hines. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards. Here's
a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
He was
a gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st down, Hines. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Complete to Jordan.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Tries now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 26, check 26. Right Monday, down. Check 53. Watch the back, watch the back. 734. 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Know your job.
Shotgun now for Carr. Brown has the first down and much more. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Carr. Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Boykin.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st down, Bears.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
At the 39.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Carr. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Clyde Edwards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Carr to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Jaguars 23, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Pretty move. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and real.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Raider 2. Express.
Now a play fake. Carr out to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Edwards-Helaire, incomplete.
Brings a chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Jaguars.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
23, Bears nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards on the
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
You got nothing. Track him 60. Watching you guard. Defense wins championship.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
55 to Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
53, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now on 2nd and 16. Carr rolling to his right. That's caught by Hollister. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, tighten down. 93. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
White now to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Nyheim Hines.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On the move to his left. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Jaguars 29, Bears 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A quick pass out to Juju. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Jacksonville, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.